Hi, I'm Richard Randall, and welcome to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. This is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate with Colorado's real estate authority, Barb Schlinker. Barb Schlinker is a retired Navy veteran. Barb is an author, Barb Schlinker is a pilot, and Barb and her team enjoy all that Colorado and the Front Range have to offer. Barb, always great to be talking with you. Now, we air Your Real Estate Voice every Saturday, and if you can't listen to the entire show, it's always available on Barb's site, barbhasthebuyers.com, or just go ahead and search Barb on most of the popular podcast platforms like iHeartRadio, as well as the others. Every week, Your Real Estate Voice covers great information about the housing market and one of your largest assets, your home. Barb, what will we be talking about today?
Well, Richard, good afternoon. I wanted to talk about a lot of different things going on in the real estate market right now. Let's start with the housing market in Colorado. It's actually very expensive. And I hear that over and over again from clientele. There was actually just an article out this morning on the Denver Post about this, saying that there's four smaller suburbs in the Denver metro area that represent the most expensive housing markets that are not on coastal areas in the country. So, but homes are still selling, just not as many are selling. So we'll go into a deep dive about that. We're also going to talk about home inspection nightmares. So if you're not familiar with me, I'm actively listing and selling homes here in the Front Range area, and I have lots of experiences to share. Many of them are very frustrating. So I'm going to talk about home inspection nightmares and how to avoid them when you're selling a home. Then we're also going to kind of walk you through the whole steps to selling a home the right way. And the very last thing we're going to talk about, because most people won't make a move unless they have a destination, is how to find the perfect home before you sell your current home. And as always, I love talking about our hot new listings. Richard?
Barb, all the reports indicate that the Fed continues on the plan raising interest rates, yet we haven't seen any substantial decrease in home prices. So, where do you think this housing market is headed right now?
You know, Richard, actually, the home prices are going up, but it's kind of a mixed market. So it's not ever going to be like it was during the boom when every home was selling for, multiples of tens of thousands over asking price. You will have that happen once in a while if a home is priced very realistically. But right now, with the interest rates have gone up to close to their long-term highs of 7.8% for a 30-year fixed mortgage. Now, to put that into perspective, there are probably 60 to 85% of the people out there that are sitting on very, very low interest rate mortgages, 2.5, 2.25, 3%, 30-year fixed. So if they decide they want to improve their lifestyle and make a move, they've got a problem, because if they have to get financing, their housing cost could end up being a lot more. So that is why interest rates definitely are affecting our market. And some of those markets that represent some of the highest priced areas in the country are, of course, Boulder. Now, Boulder has new construction housing restrictions on it. You can't build in a lot of areas around Boulder. Fort Collins has a lot of new construction, but it's been a hot market since before the boom. And prices are up from a year ago, but the number of available homes, what we call as inventory, is actually down. So I did a hard look at the statistics, looking at the Denver metro area, looking at the Pikes Peak region. Sales in the Denver metro area are down by 17%. That's a big number. And the Colorado Springs Pikes Peak region, sales are down by 24%. But it does not matter what market you are in. If you price the home realistically versus optimistically, then you'll be able to get top dollar, whatever the market can command. And we know how to do that. We do it again and again. I have a home down in Walsenburg right now. That's lovely home. It was sitting on the market with another agent for 3 months, didn't sell. We improved the marketing, we improved the pricing, and the first weekend I got multiple offers. So it can be done. The sky is not falling. You just need the right approach. And a lot of buyers are finding that if they wait to buy a house, it's a huge mistake because homes are getting more expensive. If you look at the prices, they're definitely going up. Even new construction homes are starting to compete with resale homes, and that presents a problem for people that are reselling their used home. They're getting beat out by new construction home sellers that are offering massive incentives, interest rate buy downs, all kinds of stuff. Even Warren Buffett is investing in builder stocks right now because he knows the inventory is low, the demand is high. And even though he's investing at the top of their value, he knows that over the long term, there's going to be a demand for housing going into the future for a while. Also, builders, when they offer these incentives, they offer things like I just got a home under contract last week, new construction. They were giving $17,000 in incentives, either if you're getting a loan, buy your rate down or put improvements in the home. That's very, very irresistible, even though the buyers know going into it, they have a little bit more expenses than they would on a resale home. They got to put in window coverings. They got to put in landscaping. There's all kinds of hidden expenses that happen after the sale. Doesn't matter. These builders have actually grabbed some serious market share as compared to pre-pandemic, where they had 14% of market share. The builders are now up over 33%. That's a huge increase. And that all has taken place since the Fed started raising interest rates because they have the luxury of scale to be able to do it across the board with their homes and entice more buyers to buy their homes versus buyers buying an old, tired resale home that needs work. The other weird factor about this market is that the current inventory is below what it was a year ago by 10%. I think part of that is driving the prices up higher, but we're just not seeing this massive surge in home values like we did during the boom. And actually, low inventory is going to be the new normal probably for at least the next 10 years. And that's because they're just not building enough homes. But if you look at the volume of available homes out there, I just checked comparing to a month ago, the Pikes Peak region inventory is down by 12%. Same with the Denver metro area. And then I looked back at the number of available homes before the boom back in 2018. And the number of available homes is almost exactly the same as it was back then. The only difference is there are actually fewer sales going on right now because the prices are substantially higher. So we think that the prices are going to keep going up, but they're not going to go up at these massive rates that we saw during the boom. And I saw one expert that said, even if we saw a huge increase of inventory, like 161% over the next 2 years, we're not going to see, it's just not, we're not going to be able to catch up with the demand out there. And it's all about pricing. It's all about affordability. So what I am seeing is there's a lot of buyers out there that are kind of sitting on the sidelines or saving their down payment money. And when the right home hits the market, they strike. And so we're seeing a lot of that right now. I'm actually quite shocked at some of the offers that we're getting on our listings. And I'm like, wow, look at the down payment these people have saved, over $100,000 many times. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb has the buyer's team. I'm also the host of the show, Your Real Estate Voice. And we're talking about this, how the interest rate is affecting the market, what's going on in the market. And next up, what we're going to be talking about is what home buyers and sellers would expect to see going into this market here in the next 6 months. I've been here selling real estate since 1996. I started my company in 2005, And I have been Barb Has the Buyers team since 2014. Right now, I have over 27,546 buyers in waiting looking for homes just on my little website. And typically, I can find at least 100 buyers that might match your home. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call at 719-301-3100 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
Barb, we're talking about the current real estate market and how people can be prepared if they want to sell or buy. What should home sellers expect, and what should they do in this type of market situation?
Well, what I think home sellers should do is they need to, first of all, focus on what is their strategy? What are they looking to do? That's number one. Maybe they don't want to do any fix ups. I just closed one last week where it was completely as is. It definitely was a cosmetically challenged home, but we were able to get multiple offers. We still sold it for over asking price. It's all about positioning and pricing. But if you're selling for top dollar, you have to think like a builder and be like a builder. In order to compete with these new construction homes where everything is fresh and new, the buyers are willing to concede not having a perfect lot with massive landscaping already done if they're walking into a home where everything is new and they don't have to do any remodeling, unless the price is very, very good. And just last weekend, Richard, I had an open house that had 87 people in 1 hour. Can you believe that?
That is amazing. I mean, you keep setting new records, new trends. That is absolutely amazing.
It was fun. But we know how to do all these things in order to help you prepare your own home for sale. Excuse me. Now, there are some cases where you may want to price a little bit more realistically because your home has a quote issue. Maybe it's a condition issue, like the one I just mentioned that was very cosmetically challenged. Maybe the home is very, very unique in its style. Maybe the home is on a lot that may not command top dollar, like certain homes that back to busy streets or something like that could be an issue for some buyers. So you always have to price it right. My old broker used to say, there's a puppy for every doghouse. That doesn't mean to insult any buyers or puppies at all, but there's a match for every single home. It's all about pricing it right and preparing it right. And that's part of what we help our clients do is prepare their homes for sale and help them price it right and present it to the market so they actually get top dollar. And it's very important that you hire the agent that knows how to do it. So if you are thinking of making a move and you'd like to get a free in-home consultation on what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale, give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go visit barbhasthebuyers.com. So we'd love to meet you and be able to help you make a move into your next home so that you're improving your lifestyle and having the whole experience be really great. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. She is the host, and she is also the proprietor of Your Home Sold, Guaranteed Realty. If you're thinking of making a move, call Barb at 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. A short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about home inspection nightmares and how to avoid them when you're selling your home. Stay tuned for that.